Today we're going to be doing a question from chapter 5, exponential and logarithmic functions, and this is the problem that we're going to be working on. Log 2 x plus 4 minus log 2 x minus 2 equals 1 plus log 2 2x minus 1 minus log 2 x plus 1. So our first step is going to be finding the non-permissible values, which are, as we see here, x needs to be greater than negative 4. For this one, x needs to be greater than 2. And when it goes to this one, x needs to be greater than 1 over 2. And as for this one, x needs to be greater than negative 1. Now the next step is we want the most restricted domain. So when we look at this, obviously this one looks the most restricted because it's the greatest number. So our domain has to be x needs to be greater than 2. So now we can solve. So first thing we want to do is we know log 2 x plus 4 minus log 2 x minus 2 is going to be a division. So what we do is we write it as log 2 x plus 4 divided by x minus 2 equals, and we know that this 1 is 2 to the power of 1 because our logs base are 2. So we know this would be 2 to the power of 1 plus log 2, and again we have a we have a subtraction over here, so again it's going to be a division when we're using log. X plus 1. Okay, now obviously it's impossible to solve this, but what we can do is in a way cross multiply. So I bring the x minus 2 to this side and multiply it by this, and x plus 1 to this side and multiply it by that. And the second part is we no longer need to have the log 2's in our equation. So we can just cross these out to make it look simpler for us. So x plus 1 by x plus 4, since we brought this to this side. And we still have 2, and 2 to the power of 1 in itself, so we can just write 2 by 2x minus 1 by x minus 2. So our next step is now filling this out, so we get x squared over here plus 5x plus 4 equals, and let's just do this on the side, so then when we put it down here we can have it multiplied by 2 already. So 2x multiplied by s is 2x squared, and then it would be negative 5x plus 2. Sorry for that being very messy. So now you want to put that here. We know 2 multiplied by 2x squared, it's going to give us 4x squared, and 2 multiplied by negative 5x, it's going to give us negative 10x, and 2 multiplied by 2 gives us a 4. So what we can do is, now what we want to do is we want to bring all our variables to one side, so the right side equals, or actually, so the left side equals to 0. So we have 4x squared minus x squared and minus 10x minus 5x and plus 4 and minus 4. Now what we have is we get a 3x squared minus 15x, since these just cancel out. Okay, so what we want to do next is now we want to factor this. So when we look at this equation, we know we can factor a 3 and an x out. So that is what we're going to do. So 3x, and what we're left inside is an x and minus a 5. And now to find the value of x, we know this one's going to be x equals 0. And obviously this one's going to be x equals 5. And Now looking at a restricted domain over here where we said x needs to be greater than 2, let's just write that down here. We know that obviously x equals 0 does not fit in the restricted domain, so our definite answer is x equals 5.